Hey, how's it going? My name is Trev Barnes. I'm a producer and a composer, and welcome to The Joy of Creating. Last night when I was doing dishes, I had this quick chord progression and melody idea. So I stopped doing dishes, ran to my office, grabbed an acoustic guitar, and just recorded this. So the vibe is definitely kind of like Bon Iver, Marcus Mumford, especially the song Woman from Mumford & Sons off of Delta. Oh, that song's incredible. So I'd like to just expand on that idea and see where we go. But before we do, I wanted to give a huge thank you to Native Instruments for sponsoring this video.
Hey, Trev from the future here. Recently, Native Instruments released a new subscription service called Native Instruments 360. To me, this stands out from many other subscription services because it includes a lot. Before the video that you're about to see, I haven't really used a lot of Native Instruments libraries, but day one that I downloaded quite a few libraries to check out, I felt like I unlocked a new form and a new level of creativity. I think whether you've been creating for years, or even if you are new to music production, there are plenty of sounds to keep the inspiration flowing. There's also 3 different plan options starting at $15 a month to best fit your budget in your creative toolkit. I'm on the Pro plan, but trust me when I tell you that even the Essentials plan has more than enough. But the best part, of course, no matter what plan that you are on, there are new sounds added every single month. So ideally, you should never run out of creative resources. If you're interested in something like 360, you can actually start with a free demo. Link, of course, is in the description. You know what to do. Thank you so much, Native Instruments, for sponsoring this video. Now, let's go make a song.
So I'm gonna start with some kind of percussive element. That way I can kind of keep my time, build on the song. I see this as being super liminal and really being ambient and using sound design to kind of build the picture. I'm gonna start with these Butch Vig drums, and I think I'm just gonna do like some kind of low pass, big reverby. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. Start with a drum loop like that. I want to add some kind of like ARP bass to it. And something that I do, my songwriting process specifically, I do the structure first and just a very minimal structure. Like I'm not really going to spend too much time building out a 4-bar loop, because essentially what happens, the reason why a lot of people get stuck in 4-bar loops is they'll just keep adding and adding and adding tracks and not really know where to go next, because they already have this whole 4-bar section that just like dictates everything else. So I find that it's better to start pretty minimally. This could be a cool sound for a bass right here. And this is from the Soul Sessions pack. All right, so now I'm going to use this to kind of build out the entire song and just map out what I hear in my head while it's still kind of fresh. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Got to find a better way to make it flow than that. And this is the fun part about arrangement, just kind of making it up as you go. A lot of my songwriting personally is about just following intuition and following curiosity, especially. Maybe there's some kind of drum element that we can add. The snare might be too much, but let's just see. I actually think the other chord progression might be better here. Maybe I'll change it up a little so it's not replicating the chorus. There it is. There it is. Let's do some completely different chord progression here. And we'll have some completely other melody. And it'll be kind of like the outro of the song. And we don't revisit that chorus. We just kind of roll with this outro. And as I'm arranging this, I'm kind of thinking of things to write about. This month is me and my wife's anniversary month. We've been married now for 3 years. This will be our 3rd year. So I kind of want to dedicate a song to her. I'm always writing about my wife. That's no secret. But okay, we have a really good place that we're starting. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a guitar and just write the song. Okay.
When we're waking up tonight, even if the sun refuses to shine, I have good lyrics here, like good to me, subjectively good, but I think it's a phrasing thing. When we were old and gray, and the memories begin to fade, if I wake up and don't recognize your face, your hands are all I need. Yeah, so we need to do a different chord progression on the outro here. Hands are all I need to remind me of the good old days. All right, so I have a verse, chorus. Now I need to figure out this end part here. Here it is. So this last part. I got you for a lifetime. I got you for eternity. I got you forever and ever. And that's all I need. There, song is written.
Let's go ahead and just work on the bones a little more. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the acoustic guitar. And what I'm gonna do is 2 stereo tracks probably. Well, 2 mono tracks making a stereo. So to record acoustic guitar, I'm gonna try a method that I learned from Shane Lance, which if you don't know that name, you definitely have seen him on Instagram. He has like some of the best music advice and production advice, basing advice, life advice. But the method is to record the first guitar, 12th fret about 6 inches from the microphone, and then record the second one back up a little more around like 8 inches, and then get it more closer to the sound hole. It sounded absolutely killer in his example, but I want to try this method just to see how it works out. Okay, I forgot what that part did. Now let's do the same thing, but to the other side. I can't do it with the other guitar playing at the same time. It's way too distracting. Shit. I need more time than that. I think while I'm here too, I'm just gonna record some filler guitars in the background of like this bigger part, just to build it up a little more. Let's use a capo if I can find it. right, so now I just want to kind of listen to the acoustic guitars and what we just did. Oh yeah, that's really cool. I think they just need a little bit of cleaning up in the brightness. So I'm not going to do like any crazy mixing right now. I'm just literally going to take away some of the high ends for this. Yeah, this was a great method. I love this. All right, so now I think I'm going to build on the production aspect of it. I'm pretty much good with an outline. I think these drums just need another layer of like a deep sound, something that's a little more on the electronic side, just to give it some underbelly support, if that makes sense. I don't know if you guys are picking up on this vibe right now, but this is a really calming process right now. Like I feel really natural. I don't know if it's because I've been like consistent with creating and with uploading. Actually, yeah, that is why. I'm gonna try these Kareem Riggins drums. I absolutely love these drum sounds. They're some of my favorites. Let's see what these sound like. Holy smokes, dude. I don't know why I feel like really emotional right now. This sounds so good. This sounds so good. Yeah, this is exactly what the song needed, these little drums here. Those layered together sound so good. I think I can cut off a little more of the highs on the Butch Vig drums. And then I think we had another additional snare in here too. This may seem a little repetitive, like recording each thing for a long period of time. I could very easily just like copy over something and then paste it. But I like doing it this way because it feels like I'm more a part of the craft. It feels like I'm more a part of the song. There's nothing wrong with copying and pasting, of course. To each is their own, but this makes me feel more in tune with what's going on in the song, and I have a little more like control. So sure, it takes more time, but like I said, I just feel more in tune with what I'm doing. Let's see if there's any other like interesting things that we can get from the Kareem drums. That might be too much, but let's just see what that sounds like. It's cool, but it needs to be a little more in the background. Let's go ahead and go in here. Let's turn it down by like half. Then we'll do the same thing for this other one, bring it down to 50. We'll add a filter. So now they should sound in the background a little more. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. I'm almost curious if we just add one more kick drum. We'll add this rim shot in there too. Just again, adding a little more texture, but I want to like reverb the crap out of it. That's kind of cool. I think it's too much actually. Let's not do that. I am gonna look for another bass though. Something that's got a little more punch to it. That is so cool. It's not a bass, but can sort of sit in the background a little bit. Maybe in the chorus, that doesn't really feel right in the verses. I am not a good piano player, so I literally have to take chords one chord at a time. What if we added just over top of that? Would that sound too much? Yeah, it's too much, it's too much. All right, so I've been searching. I went into this Retro Machines pack and I found this In Your Face bass. And that sounds like what I'm looking for. I'm gonna add an arpeggiator, which if you didn't know this, in this little MIDI effects insert right here, you can choose arpeggiator and pretty much make any virtual instrument an arpeggiator in Logic. So I'm just gonna change the rate to 1/8. Let's change this a little bit because I think it's a little too sharp. Let's see what that sounds like. I like that a lot. And I think for this first bass, I'm gonna add a tremolo, mainly because I think there's just a little too much ambiance. I think it would be kind of cool to like gate that ambiance. If you're listening to headphones, that's pretty cool. Let's see what that sounds like. Oh yeah, that's pretty gnarly. All right, so let's finish out the song with this bass here. All right, I want to add some kind of pad, and I don't really know where I'm going to get it from just yet. Maybe this modular icons might have something interesting. That's not what I want, but that's pretty cool. I think that this pack might be the wrong context for this, but I do want to play with this later because this is really cool. So I found this Dream Runner patch in Ethereal Earth. It sounds like this. I think it would sound pretty gnarly in there, so let's give it a shot. That's really cool, but the delay goes on forever. It's still going. Man, it's crazy. Like I'm going in some of these settings and I'm just scratching the surface of how you can transform these sounds. I think I'm going to add an octave on the last one. All right, I mentioned earlier as well that I wanted to add some strings. So let's check out this string ensemble. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll lead in with an expression. I'm going to add some higher strings over top of that. Let's just add that last little bit at the end there. Oh man, this song's killer. I think I'm pretty good on layers. Like there's not a lot going on in the song because of these instruments. And because of just very careful and good sound selection, there's not a lot of tracks on this. I mean, there's only 14 tracks on this so far. But man, this is really cool. So I want to add, I'm hearing this big piano in the background. That might be too much. I don't actually know yet. Let's just see what it sounds like. I can't play piano. Usually I don't gravitate toward those hard piano sounds, but this works really well for it. It makes it almost like a percussive element instead of a piano. Oh man, that is killer. That's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna take a little break here. I think it's important, even if you feel like you have a lot of really good momentum going, just kind of take a little break for yourself. Give the song some space, give it some time. I definitely want to bring a good vocal performance. Feels like that's the last thing that I have to do here. So I'm gonna go eat lunch and then just do anything but think about this song, essentially. All right, so I just had lunch, had some time to think. Thankfully, not about the song at all. I mentioned in the last video that I made a song that it's very important that when you take breaks, you don't really think about the song at all, because when you come back to it, you have a very fresh perspective. But I did give this a quick mix as well, and there's not a lot of processing on much. And that's what's cool about Native Instruments, is that everything is pretty much already mixed. I mean, any additional processing that you do is specific flavor to the song, but I didn't really have to do a lot to shape the tone the way that I wanted. So let's go ahead and get in here and record some vocals. So for the vocals, I'm gonna try out this Golden Vocals preset that I put together. I just released an indie production starter pack, which is presets for Logic that's made of all stock Logic plugins. If you wanna grab that, that's in the description as well. But thank you so much, by the way, to the people who have purchased this pack already. So I don't want this song to be like overly produced for the vocals. So let's just see what we come up with.
When we're waking up to morning light, even if the sun refused to shine, many years have already passed us by, but we're always gonna end up fine.
I think I need a little more gruff in my vocal performance.
When we're waking up to morning light, even if the sun refused to shine, many years have already passed us by,
Those low notes are really hard to hit.
but we're always gonna end up fine.
I think for this second verse, I want to be a little more like dynamic and expressive about where the notes go. So let's just play around with it.
When we're taking the bus for a ride, and the puzzle pieces fit just right, many years will still pass us by, but we're always gonna end up fine. When we're taking the boys for a ride, and the puzzle pieces fit just right, many years will still pass us by, but we're always gonna end up fine.
Oh, and before I forget, I'm going to add like some crazy harmonies here. And I'm going to insert the background vocals patch.
Many years will still pass us by, but we're always gonna end up fine.
I actually don't remember what I did for the chorus, so I'm going to go back real quick and watch the recording that I did and see if I can figure it out there. All right, so I think I figured it out, but it probably is going to need some tweaking.
And even when we're old and gray, and the memories begin to fade, if I wake up and don't recognize your face, your hands are all I need to remind me of the good old days.
I think I figured it out. Let me try that again.
And even when we're old and gray, and the memories begin to fade, if I wake up and don't recognize your face, your hands are all I need to remind me of the good old days.
It's just that last part. That's all I need to figure out.
Your hands are all I need to remind me of the good old days.
Ooh, something's really rough there.
Your hands are all I need to remind me of the good old days.
I think I'm going to add some hard tuning to these vocals. Just in the chorus, I'm okay with it being a little looser in the verse. All right, so now I'm going to add harmonies to the chorus. I only want the harmonies to come in like during this last little bit here, and it's going to be a little challenging, I think.
If I wake up and don't recognize your face, wake up and don't recognize your face. If I wake up and don't recognize your face.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to do.
If I wake up and don't recognize your face.
Now I just have one more part of the song to finish up essentially, and that is going to be the ending. And then we're done. Like, this was a really good flow to the song. It's never about like how fast you can do something, but that's besides the point. Let's finish up the song. All right, so I'm wanting this outro just to be this big reverb wash vocal that just feels really sweet over everything. All right, I'm gonna try to hit this really high vocal for me. I don't think it's gonna sound good, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that or not. Wow, this is a lot of processing that's going on. But I'm gonna go ahead and mix this, and then I'm gonna do a quick master with good old Ozone 11 here, which again, I'm so amazed that this comes with Native Instruments 360. So I will see you guys on the other side and we'll take a listen. All right, so the song is done. Let's go ahead and take a listen to it. I call it Good Old Days.
When we're waking up to morning light, even if the sun refused to shine, many years have already passed us by, but we're always gonna end up fine. And even when we're old and gray, and the memories begin to fade, if I wake up and don't recognize your face, your hands are all I need to remind me of the good old days. When we're taking the boys for a ride in the puzzle pieces fit just right. Many years will still pass us by, but we're always gonna end up fine. And even when we're old and gray, and the memories begin to fade, if I wake up and don't recognize your face, your hands are all I need to remind me of the good old days.
This is definitely one of my favorite songs that I think I've made. For this, I really wanted to challenge myself into not using a lot of layers. I feel like one thing that I am really, really jealous of with a lot of beginner producers, you know, I have 20 years of making music experience. I get really jealous that they can use less and get more. I like to take pride that I know what to do with a lot of layers. So with this song, it was really me taking sort of a risk and being a little more vulnerable and relying more on just a few layers to get the sound. And luckily that was very easy with Native Instruments. I have genuinely enjoyed what I've created so far with everything that's in Native Instruments 360. And that's my honest reaction. Like if this came out and I wasn't a Native Instruments user, and if Native Instruments didn't come to me for a video, I would honestly probably end up still getting it. Because man, there's just a vast world of incredible sounds out there that go just a little beyond the stock Logic stuff. But all in all, yeah, I really like this song, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, I hope that you consider subscribing. Again, thank you very much to Native Instruments for sponsoring this video. Please visit the link in the description to get your subscription to 360, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.